Okay. So again, find your fit. This is geared for individuals, students who are still trying to decide on their program of study. Let me share my screen. Whoops, I'm sorry. Yikes. Sorry about that.
I can see it.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so it's really geared for individuals who are still exploring, still deciding on a program of study. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the different strategies, resources, and services that our office, the Center for Career Development, can provide to you, as well as a really great online tool called Focus 2. And we're going to show you that towards the end of the workshop. So, and we really want to let you know, if you are still in the process of deciding on a program of study, that it's okay. It is okay to be undecided. We kind of like to say, think of yourself really as exploring. You're still exploring the many options that are available in terms of majors and how those majors can translate into different careers. You know, you do have the option to take a variety of courses to help you in that exploration process, to kind of learn more about what you like and maybe what you don't like as much. And you do have time to create an academic and career plan. So try to minimize, you know, any pressure that you're putting on yourself to make that choice, because you really do still have time, and you also have a lot of resources at your disposal at Northampton Community College to help you with that process. Really, I mean, only 25% approximately of students don't change their major. So, you know, a wide range and a large percent of students do at some point along the way maybe change their mind in terms of their major. Maybe you thought you wanted to major in a particular program, and then as you began taking classes in that area, you might have, you know, you might realize that maybe that isn't the best pathway for you, and you want to change to something else, and that's quite common. You know, we do understand certainly that college is an investment of time and money. And as I've said, and you'll probably hear throughout this workshop, that you have a wide network of support available to you as a student at Northampton to help you, again, find the best fit for you. And that network really includes a lot of staff at the college. So the career development staff, which you're meeting 3 of us this morning, student success navigators. So most, if not all of our students, when they come into the college, are assigned a navigator or advisor. You could kind of think of them as an advisor. And, you know, they're going to be the individuals that are going to help you to register for classes, kind of get you started off on the right path. And then also your faculty. I mean, the faculty at Northampton are highly knowledgeable. You know, they have a expertise in their field of study, and they really want to help you be successful. We all want to help you be successful. So, you know, as I said, there's a wide network of support at the college to help you get off on the right foot and, you know, continue on your path and ultimately be successful when you finish at Northampton. So one of the tools that we're going to demonstrate to you a little bit further along in the workshop is a tool called Focus 2 Career, which is an online resource that you can access on our website, and it'll help you to really learn more about you as an individual, learn more about your interests and kind of what makes you tick, your values, and then shows you some occupations that are compatible with those characteristics. So to sort of make it a little bit maybe easier to understand and kind of break it down into steps, finding your fit really can be broken down into kind of four main areas, four main steps. Step one really is to start with you, to start with who you are and to identify your interests, what you like, what you dislike, your personality, what makes you unique, what are some of your unique personality characteristics, values, what are some of, some important things to you, what are, most important in terms of your values, skills, lifestyle preferences. And again, focus 2 can help you identify a lot of those areas. Step 2, then once you've learned a little bit more about who you are, then to begin exploring occupations. So, exploring some areas, some occupations, careers and major areas of study that are compatible with your personal attributes. Step 3 would then be to kind of make a decision. And then step 4, set goals for completion of your academic and career plan. So as I said, kind of step 1 is to start with you. Ask yourself, what are my interests? What do I really enjoy doing? What do I not enjoy doing? What are my skills? What, knowledge, competencies, and abilities to perform tasks? What do I do well? What are my talents and strengths? And what's important to me in a job? For example, do I want a job that's going to allow me to be creative? Do I want a job that is going to involve risk and adventure or allow me to work independently? Do I want a job that involves variety or that there is job security? Do I want a job that allows me to be flexible? So these are all things really to kind of sit down and think about and spend time, I kind of zeroing in on who you are and, what are some of the things about yourself that you would want to find good compatibility with in a job. So step 2, once you've kind of, done your homework in terms of who you are, start then to explore and learn about different careers that would be good fits with who you are. So, some of the things to think about, what kind of education and training do I need or would that job require? Is it something that's going to involve a lot of education, many years of education, or is it a job that you would be employable with, with a certificate, with a diploma, with an associate's degree? Are there going to be jobs available in this field? What is the outlook for the future? And it may vary by industry. How much money could I plan to make? What's the salary outlook? And again, a lot of factors go into play with that in terms of the location of the job, the industry. Where will the job be located geographically? And again, sometimes depending on the job that you're interested in, there may be more opportunities in certain areas of the country, certain states, certain cities, certain geographic areas may have more opportunities than others. And really, why do I want to pursue this career? What is it about this particular career that really appeals to me? Personal satisfaction. I really want to help people. I want to make a difference. So what are some of the motivations to pursue this particular career? And so, as I said in one of the bullets, are there going to be jobs available in this career, and what is the outlook for the future? I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy, and he's going to talk a little bit about some of the fields and some of the careers that are projected to have opportunities available.
Thank you very much, Karen.
Yep.
So I'm Jeremy Hyman. I work alongside Karen and Jen, who are phenomenally experienced career advisors. My title is I'm the Science and Tech Success Specialist in our office, but I more broadly work with what we call our Perkins programs, which focus on what we call our high priority occupations. Now, Karen, would you prefer that I share or that or
Nope,
to just
go
go
right
through?
ahead.
I'll just share it, and that way
Yep,
I can go
that's
through my
fine.
slide transitions. So I will just okay. All right. So we have this idea of high priority occupations. So I'd like to elicit from the audience here. Oops, that's not working out well. When I say high priority occupations, what do you think that is referring to? So certainly we have this idea of outlook, but what kind of information do you think we're considering when we think about what might be high priority? And since I'm screen sharing, if anyone sends anything in the chat box, I won't actually be able to see it. Karen or Jen will.
I can monitor it, yeah.
You can also just speak out. Like,
Mhm.
what would make an occupation high priority for the Lehigh Valley or for the Poconos? Any ideas? So I'll just okay.
No,
We're not
no.
forcing them to talk. So it's okay. I mean, you know, you don't have to. You know, it's okay. And I mean, so certainly it goes along the lines with this idea of a strong outlook that you know that Karen was mentioning around a lot of jobs, you know, being available now and in the future. So there's work done by our local, you know, workforce development boards as well as by our local and state and national departments of labor. From their own projections and from speaking with employers, getting a sense for where are the jobs now and where are the jobs going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. And so there are occupations that are identified by each county and state each year as so-called HPOs or high priority occupations. And so we're going to share some information about some of those and some of the sectors that they're in right now. So I have 2 slides. This slide will share a couple of the sectors that they're in. So from the images you see here, what types of jobs or industry sectors are we seeing as having a number of high priority occupations? Anyone? Nick or Amina, or both of you? So
I don't know, maybe the doctors.
yeah, so healthcare and medicine, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of positions in healthcare and medicine, and on the left side, there are a lot of there's a strong outlook right now in our region for advanced manufacturing. So here are some examples of some careers and job titles that are in very high demand in terms of both the number of annual openings and the number of annual openings projected over the next 5 to 10 years here. And we talk about HPOs or high priority occupations here in our region because we know that about 90% of our students on average do tend to stay and look to stay in our region here in Eastern Pennsylvania. And so, you know, certainly, you know, there are other positions, as Karen mentioned, that are high priority in other places, but we're just kind of focusing on some that are really in high demand here. And so as you're thinking about, you know, your values and interests in other pieces, sometimes it can be helpful to have a sense for, well, you know, are there jobs or occupations or programs that align with my values and interests and skills that also, you know, are in areas where I'm, you know, sure to find a position. So these are certainly 2 sectors around manufacturing and healthcare. And with manufacturing, it goes from some of the engineering roles to some of the more technical roles, and even to, you know, this image I have here is actually referring to, this is actually a biomedical electronics technologist. So sometimes there's a crossover between fields. So individuals who, let's say, are working in healthcare, a lot of people know about nursing, but people don't necessarily know that like biomedical equipment technology, which falls under electronics engineering tech, is also a field that's in high demand right now. So in addition to these fields, these sectors, there are also some others in other sectors as well. So from these images here, what other jobs or careers or fields do you think are in high demand here in our region? So the images on the left are certainly all related to, you know, to computer science and information technology. And then we have a range of different things happening here along the right side. So we can see that in computer and IT fields, certainly software development and programming, which would align with our computer science or information systems programs. And then a lot of things across the IT spectrum, including networking, are really in demand not so surprisingly, cybersecurity is certainly growing. It's even been in the news recently. And then certainly web design and multimedia, and then across other sectors. I know that, I feel a little bit bad kind of just lumping these, but certainly we saw a lot of different high priority jobs in these other three sectors of computer IT, advanced manufacturing, and healthcare. And then here we have kind of a smattering of different options across others. And there are some more as well. These are just some of the key ones that we have that align with specific associate's degree programs here, from kind of the business sector, including business management and accounting, and also within business, I would be the market research analyst and HR specialist roles. And then of course, across kind of public service and legal services, we would have paralegal and criminal justice. And on that, certainly we have one image related to criminal justice, but within each of these fields, each of these fields also, we want to remind you, are not limited to perhaps the one or two jobs that you might think of within them. There are all sorts of different things, whether it's being on the biomedical side of electronics, or being along several different sectors within criminal justice, et cetera. So this hopefully gives you a little bit of a taste of thinking about high priority occupations and what might be in demand here now and for the years to come. So with that, I'll pass it back to my colleagues, Karen and Jen.
Thank you, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to kind of go quickly through the slides to get up to the the next part of the presentation. Okay. So we were talking a little bit about, exploring careers and learning more about the different careers in terms of outlook, which Jeremy gave you a nice overview of some of the occupations that are definitely up and coming and in demand right now, and as well as into the future. Another part of the exploration process could include doing what we call a test drive. So, maybe doing taking advantage of a job shadow opportunity. And I don't know, the students that are here, have you ever participated in a job shadow, or heard of what a job shadow kind of means?
No, for me not.
No?
No.
Okay. So basically, it kind of means exactly as the title implies, shadowing someone, following someone maybe in a job that you are interested in or thinking about, and kind of spending time with that person in their work environment, or maybe virtually, as a lot of the opportunities right now tend to be virtual opportunities. But it really, it means getting some firsthand knowledge and exposure to different jobs by spending some time actually in those environments to see what actually goes on, and what does it involve? What is a day in the life of a biomedical engineer involve? What is a day in the life of a early childhood education teacher involve? So you really get to kind of spend time in those environments. And I wanted to use this as an opportunity to kind of share that our department has launched a job shadow program, which will take place over the winter break in January. And there are a lot of different opportunities that are available if you would want to participate in the job shadow program. And you can actually, if you go to our website, the Career Development Center part of the college's website, you can learn more about the various opportunities that are available for job shadows, a wide range of areas that, if you want to learn more about some of those careers, there's opportunities in, criminal justice, some business opportunities, some computer I'm trying to think of some of the other areas, but we're launching it for the first time this winter, and I believe the deadline to apply, and certainly correct me if I'm wrong, Jen and Jeremy, is it this Friday, the deadline to apply? And it's just a brief form that you need to complete and submit, and then members of our staff would reach out to you to kind of find more information about what you're interested in. Hang on one second. Somebody is.
The link,
Chat.
I put the link in the chat.
Thank you.
So
Thank
can
you.
learn more about it there. Mhm.
Thank you, Jeremy. Another way to explore areas that you might be interested in or thinking about is to participate in an internship opportunity. So that's a little bit more lengthy of an experience than a job shadow. You know, typically an internship would be maybe over the course of a semester, and that would give you an opportunity to spend a little bit more time in an area of interest or in your field that you are pursuing. That's something also that our office can help you with. Again, right now, a lot of the opportunities tend to be more virtual, but there are some that allow you to do the internship actually on site. Take full advantage of all the different career-related events that we offer through our office. This semester, we had, I think, 3 different alumni career panels that focused on different paths in the field of healthcare. There was just a career panel yesterday on culinary opportunities. And we plan to have more of those definitely in the spring semester, where we bring alumni back who are working in a particular field to share their stories with students about their kind of career journey. So, keep an eye on our website, because that's where we promote all of our events, all of our programs, as well as through social media, or just even reach out to our office, and we're happy to kind of keep you up to date on what's happening. And, get involved on campus. Even though we're, primarily virtual again, there's a lot of opportunities to get involved through our student life and leadership development office. They offer their leadership program. They offered emerging student leader seminars, as well as like our Center for Civic and Community Engagement have a lot of opportunities to get involved, and certainly our own Center for Career Development. So, those kinds of experiences allow you to explore and kind of learn more about yourself and develop skills that you may not have even known that you had. Choosing a major may take a little time. It's certainly an important decision, and don't feel like it's gonna come to you overnight. It may take some time to do the full-blown exploration that really is needed and is important to help you make that important decision. There we go. So this slide just kind of shows you some of the involvement that is offered at Northampton, and some of the ways that you can get involved outside of the classroom. The extracurricular opportunities really can play a big part in helping you to choose a particular major, as well as area of study. I did briefly mention the leadership development program, clubs, activities, opportunities to volunteer, as well as the internship and job shadow experiences. So step 2 was involved all the kind of the exploration piece of deciding on a major and on a career path. You're not choosing necessarily what you have to do for the rest of your life. I hear that a lot when I'm working with students. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. It's quite common that, you know, people do make career changes. Many people land in careers that are not necessarily directly related to their major. And there's no perfect major. You know, choose the path that will satisfy you the most at this, you know, point in time. And it can lead to other opportunities. Career development really is a lifelong process. You know, and as you get out into the workplace and into the workforce, you're going to learn more about yourself, what you like, what you don't like as much, and maybe what type of work setting fits you the best. And then that's step 4. You know, you've made a decision, and now it's time to set goals to accomplish and reach that decision. Set goals for completion. Your success navigator or advisor is another word for our navigators, will help you to create an academic plan and kind of plot out what courses you need to complete in order to satisfy the requirements of your particular area of study, your particular program. They'll help you understand your program requirements. So again, the general education courses that are required, maybe in all associate degrees, things like English and Introduction to Communication and College Success. What courses are specific to your program of study? And then electives. You know, depending on the program that you choose, some programs have more room for electives than others do. Some programs are a little more prescribed. But again, you know, electives often give you a chance to take some of those courses that you might have an interest in. And, you know, that's where you can, again, you know, do a little bit more exploration as far as taking some electives. Your navigator as well is going to help you plan a completion timeline. So plotting out that academic plan will kind of show you, okay, if I take these courses in these semesters, this is how long it will take for me to complete that particular program of study. And also will have you consider other things. You know, are you working in addition to going to school? And what might be the best balance of courses and, and work. And then, you know, again, things don't always necessarily go exactly according to plan. So you want to prepare for detours along the way. You know, maybe if you do decide that you want to change to a different path or a different major, unforeseen circumstances certainly come into play from time to time. But again, with a plan, you'll be equipped to manage your career and take advantage of changes in the economy as well as in the job market. And as I said before, you know, you have a big support team at the college that can help you throughout your time. So now I'm going to turn it over to Jen, and she's going to show you a little bit about Focus 2.
Thanks, Karen, and you can work the slides. So we are really pleased to offer a career planning tool called Focus 2 to really help you make an informed career decision. And Focus 2 allows you to do what Karen mentioned in the beginning. Learn about yourself. Become more self-aware of what your interests are and how they align with certain occupations. Again, what's important to you. And as Jeremy mentioned, where are there going to be jobs? Okay. So we really like Focus 2 because it is a very easy to follow planning system. And you could use it on your phone or on your tablet or whatever you use. And so for both of you on the call, both of our students, you know, this is something you could even do today after we're done. So is actually tied to NCC programs. So it'll connect you to what you can study now and also the broader picture of what you would need going forward. beyond NCC. There might be things that you discover, occupations matching your personal preferences that you've never thought of before. So while Focus 2 isn't that, magic crystal ball that's going to tell you how to be happy for the rest of your life, it's going to provide you with options and give you a springboard for that further exploration. And then you can make your map of your career plans at present and future. And it can help you with the part that most students get hung up on, which is actually making a decision. So within Focus 2, well, let me just jump back. Focus 2 is really for everybody. So even if you're out there and thinking, I really have it all figured out, you can still learn more about yourself and learn more about the job market and what it takes to be a good employee, because there's a career readiness component to Focus 2. So it's really for everybody. If you're undecided, maybe if you have some ideas, and maybe if you're really at the decision-making part in the process, it can validate that decision. So as Karen mentioned the steps before, Focus 2 also has steps. And it starts out with an area called career planning readiness. So this kind of means where am I in my life right now? At what point am I really ready to make an informed decision? What is my involvement in my career planning process? And what are some of the things that I can do to gain more awareness of the whole career planning way, the whole career planning map? And then the Focus 2 has 5 really great assessments. So if you want to call them career tests, that's fine too. But it looks at your interests, your values, your personality, and what you're going to need for the future. And then the exploration piece, and then it gets into how do I make an informed and meaningful decision? So you can actually create an action plan to achieve these goals. So it's really quite simple. So to get started, all you need to do to create an account is, one, you can go on the Center for Career Development website, or you just simply go into Focus 2 Career, click on register. The important thing to remember here is that we do have an access code associated with Focus 2, and that's just the word Spartan. Okay, so it's very easy to create an account. Once you do that, you will see a very intuitive dashboard. As I mentioned, the first item would be your career planning foundations. Am I career ready? So you'll learn about what are the things that employers are looking for. And then you'll kind of walk through, as you see, the 5 different assessments that we have. So we have the interest assessment, we have the values assessment, we have the skills assessment, and there's also one called leisure and interests, because sometimes what we like to do in our free time or our hobbies can intersect with our career decision making. It's possible. So as I mentioned, the career readiness is basically, your springboard, or it launches you into what are some of the ways I can start to improve, what are some of the activities that are involved in evaluating how ready I am to make an informed career decision. So it's kind of like just checking your pulse. Where are you? Where are you with making decisions? Do you need more time? Do you need more experiences? Do you need more exploration? So, and as soon as you do these assessments, you get your results immediately. And then it's going to ask you about your strengths. What am I good at? If you're thinking you like science or math, it's going to tell you, is that a good area for you to pursue? So recognizing your academic strengths will also help in your major planning, program planning, academic planning, and ultimately your career path. So as Karen mentioned, what are you good at? So all of the results, the 5 different assessments, you can combine, if you see that combine right there, and it will kind of blend all of the ways you answer the questions and give you some options just to take a look at. Remember, this is just a springboard for more exploration. It'll also connect you with occupations. The Focus 2 uses about 1,000 occupations to see where do you align with certain jobs of people who are doing them and are happy in the position or the occupation. And again, as we said, it's a career planning portfolio tool. So all of this can be saved. So you have your account for Focus 2, you can revisit it, you can redo the assessments, you can go back and explore and do research. So some of the sample questions are, what would you like to do? And it gives you, you basically choose what level of interest you have in certain questions. And you just basically agree or disagree, and it kind of uses these stars. So it's pretty simple. And then you get a report. And the reports, again, are something you can very easily interpret. It's going to tell you a little bit about your personality. Are you someone that is more social? Do you like working around people? Do you like working with data or things? Or are you someone that's highly creative or artistic? So this would be a sample of the personality assessment. And then, as I mentioned, it will connect you to majors that support those results. So you can, get matched up with, any number of occupations, and then you can see what the occupation's all about, what the college major is, and then it gives you some data, some salary information, and what job family it's a part of. So this would be part of the exploration piece. And then it really gets into some details. It kind of walks you through what exactly the occupation entails. What are some of the outcomes? As Jeremy mentioned, what are some of the projections for the future? It really gives you some very, very good career information, earnings. And I believe there's also a video component to the exploring occupation. So if you're more visual, you can, see a little video clip of what that job entails. And then if you want to move off of the actual occupation and look at the college major, you can see what is involved in this case in this slide, a math major. What are some of the things that you can do with that major? And what we find is that sometimes students are unaware of the careers that are associated with certain college majors. So again, this is the kind of the educational piece. What can I do with X major? Math, English, philosophy, or whatever major you're interested in. And then, as I mentioned a couple slides ago, what I really like about the Focus 2 is it takes all of your answers and kind of brings them all together for you to see where are the areas that overlap. And so again, it helps you narrow or again focus your exploration part. Because sometimes, we feel like we have too many choices, and Focus 2 will maybe help you narrow that down just a little bit so it's not so overwhelming. And then we have other things. There's a part on the dashboard that says explore possibilities, and you have 5 options there where you can just go in and check out different occupations. You could do a side-by-side comparison. You can look at college majors. So even if you don't do all of the assessments, you have access to all of this information under Explore the Possibilities. So as I mentioned, this is a portfolio. Your results are saved for you, and you can use this, you know, with your Success Navigator, or you could even talk to us in Career Services about your results. And it's something that you can just keep going back to, print out, you know, have for your advising meetings. Can be very helpful in helping your navigator help you make your academic plan. So again, you can use the Focus 2 today. If both of you are motivated enough, you can give it a try. I think learning about ourselves and how we might fit into the world of work is a great exercise. You can keep doing it. You can go back and do the assessments in a month, after 2 months, maybe after you've been in college for a little while. Your results might change. And you can repeat, you know, any of the different career assessments. The other thing that's really important is that this information is all confidential. We don't use it for any reason. It's your information, so only you or whomever you choose to share it with can see that. You know, but we can certainly, you know, in our office, we can go through the results with you. We've been doing that, you know, since we kind of went more remote. Well, we can access those and do a Zoom meeting if you'd like to, you know, have someone walk you through and just talk about some of the things that might have come up in your assessments. And if you forget your login or your account, we can help you reset your password. So do either of you have any questions about the tool? I would just say it's really great that we have it. It's something proactive that you can do. It's not necessarily, as I said, going to be the crystal ball, but it's going to give you options for further exploration and then ultimately decision making. That's our hope. So any other questions for the good of the group here?
No.
Well, we are open for business. So if either of you would like appointments, again, if you do the Focus 2 and you want to go over it with any of us that are members of the Center for Career Development team, we are happy to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amina and Nick, for joining us this morning and learning more about our department, what we can help you with, our services, and 3 of the members of our team, and also about Focus 2. If you don't have any questions, you know, like Jen said, we're available by Zoom, by phone, and please don't hesitate to, you know, to reach out with anything we can help you with in terms of, you know, career exploration, major exploration, you know, making a decision, but also we also help with anything related to job search too. So resume, we help you with resume writing and cover letter writing, preparing for interviews. We have another tool that we'd like you to check out as well called Handshake, which is actually an online, it's like an online job board, but we also promote our events. You can register for events. We had a virtual job fair back in October. But again, if you go and you create an account in Handshake, you can search for not only jobs, but also internship opportunities. And it's got a lot of, a lot of cool features that you can check out. And again, you can access that from the Center for Career Development website as well.
Thank you for coming, both of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
information. It was really helpful for me, and
Oh,
I
good.
just enjoyed it.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amina.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks. And thanks, Nick, for coming as well.